because you don't need me to be happy for you if you are happy, but I'm thrilled for everybody here, all of these beautiful single people. All right. So I am single again as of November. Thank you for the applause. That's not how I feel, but it is the reality, and I will use all of the applause breaks I can get. So my boyfriend and I broke up in November, and I thought I was going to marry him. He's a really good guy. So I did not think I was going to have to be experiencing being single again, but here we are. And I'm in that phase of being single where I'm really only in the mood to date men that are not good enough for me, and women that are way too good for me. Anyway, thank you for the snaps, yes. I was like, I can't be alone on that. Someone else has to relate to that. But I am pretty cynical, but I was at a wedding last weekend, and it was a beautiful wedding. A friend of mine is getting married, her husband is wonderful, and I have to say it really brought out the romantic in me. It really quashed some of the cynicism, because I looked around this room of beautiful, single people, and I thought to myself, like, you know, Megan, any of these people could be your person. Like, any of these people could be your future divorcee. And then I was like, why are you being so cynical? Like, why are you limiting yourself like that? Why do you think you're going to fall in love as it's going to end in tragedy? You could fall in love, get divorced, fall in love, get divorced again, fall in love. Why limit yourself to just one horrible marriage? Any number of these people could break your heart. But I actually, after this wedding, I broke 2 of my sex rules after this wedding. The first of my rules is no one-night stands. I'm not a one-night stand person. I believe too much in personal improvement. You don't have that opportunity with a one-night stand. You just get what you get. My feeling is like, if it's good, why not make it great? If it's great, why not make it mind-blowing? And if it's mind-blowing, why the fuck are you doing that once? Good sex is hard to come by. And there's even a part of me that even if it's bad, I'm like, I don't accept this. We can improve upon this, sir or madam. We will keep working until we get this right. There's also limits to one-night stands. There's limits on what you can ask for. I discovered this. I saw this guy's ass, actually, and I had what I can only describe as a spiritual experience. I looked at this guy's ass and I was like, oh, this is why God invented pegging. But it was only going to happen once, and you cannot say to a straight man, excuse me, sir, may I please put a silicone dick in your ass? On the first night, you can't. That's 3rd encounter minimum. It's a proper procedure. You have to follow the procedure. You know, it's funny. I used to perform, and I used to think maybe someone will see me perform and be like, "You're really funny and charming. Do you want to go out sometime?" And now I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, maybe someone will see me perform and be like, "Hey, you're funny and charming. I would let you put a dick in my ass." The other thing I discovered here, as I'm sort of readjusting to being single, is that the most awkward part of sleeping with someone for the first time is not the sex. It's afterwards, when you have to figure out whether the person you're with is a cuddler or not. And I personally, much like my sexuality, I could go a number of different ways on that. So my move is I just lie there and wait for the other person to make a move. And after this night, I'm lying there, recovering from my almost but not quite orgasm. And he's lying on his back. So I'm like, is someone gonna make a move here? And I was like, oh God, nothing's happening. So I gotta do something. And so I patted him on the thigh and I went, good team effort. And then I rolled over and I fell asleep as fast as possible. Because that's what I think you have to do. It's like the best way to deal with an awkward situation is just to sleep through it. Problem will be gone in the morning. Yeah. So those were that was the first rule I broke. Second rule I broke is don't repeat past mistakes. Megan, in my early 20s, I went through this string of dudes who were all deeply spiritual. They believed in like the good of humanity, but being a total shit to the human that they were with. So I'm like, don't repeat that mistake in your early 30s, Megan. But I've upgraded apparently from religious selfishness to political selfishness. So I went on with this guy who's a libertarian. And, yes. Anybody here ever been with a libertarian? No, of course not. You're all New Yorkers. Hello. Oh, hi. Hey, buddy. There's like 5 of you, so I can say hi to my friends when they walk in. Hi, James. To review, I was just asking if anyone here slept with a libertarian. Have you?
No.
No, okay, good for you. You're better than I am. All right, so the thing is I actually feel like dating a libertarian would be a good thing. Here's why. Because if you're dating a libertarian and they ever ask you a question that you're not comfortable answering, you can just go, I don't know. Let's let the free market decide. You know, what do you want to do for dinner tonight? I don't know. Let's let the free market decide. Do you think you're ready to be my mother? I don't know. Let's let the free market sort it out. Did you come? No, I did not. Could really use that invisible hand of the free market. But you know what? No, I will say that this one night with this libertarian did change my mind a little bit. Made me a big fan of what's called personal liberty. Personal liberty is what I named my vibrator after he left. I feel like though it could be a lot worse than libertarians though, because if you're fucking a communist, it goes instead like this. It's like, did you come? No, I did not. That's okay. I did. And we can share it. Nope, Carl, we can't redistribute your orgasm. That's not how it works. And then anarchists. I don't know if anyone here has slept with an anarchist. You would know if you had. And you'd think it would be a lot of fun. You'd be like, oh, it's just going to be a free-for-all. There are a lot more rules to fucking an anarchist than you would think. And if you don't know what those rules are, they will tell you. Don't worry about it. They will let you know. But I don't mean to stereotype. I'm not saying that like all libertarians, all communists, all anarchists are bad in bed. Obviously, there are people in those groups that are great in bed. They're women, but they exist. So I believe I'm bisexual, and I feel it wasn't clear from the earlier comments. I believe that much like ethnicity, sexuality is genetic. Here's why. Half my family is gay. My grandmother came out of the closet at 62. Thank you. Feel free to applaud that. Don't applaud too long. I'm running out of time. But grandmother and both of her sons gay, and then I have a side of my family that's straight, and so I am bisexual. So that's how that works. It took me a while to actually come out. And so several years ago, back in my 20s, I was in a long-term relationship with this really wonderful woman. I had told my grandmother. And so first there's my lesbian grandmother, and she actually had nothing to say about it because she was dead at the time. So couldn't tell her. But my straight grandmother was the only person in the family that I hadn't told. And so I was on the phone with her once, and she was like, Megan, what are you up to socially? Which is my grandmother's way of being like, are you fucking anybody? And so I was like, well, actually I've been seeing someone for several months now. And she was like, oh, really? I didn't hear about this. And I was like, well, I didn't tell you actually, Grandma, because it's a woman. I'm seeing a woman. And she said, oh, Megan, I don't care about that. I just want you to be happy. I was like, that's wonderful. That's exactly the answer you hoped for. And then she said, are you doing anything for the high holidays together? And I was like, oh no, she's not Jewish. And my grandmother was like, she's not Jewish. Oh, that upsets me. I was like, well, this isn't where I was planning on this going. And she goes, would she convert? And I was like, look, Grandma, I know lesbians move fast, but why don't you let us get a cat before we decide what the bar is for that cat? But the story has a happy ending. We broke up. And I still remember that breakup conversation. Very awkward. She was a wonderful person, fairly amicable breakup, but we were sitting on my bed. And every breakup conversation has that awkward moment when it's clear it's done. And you're like, what do we say now? I do not know how to handle this. Do we make small talk? Do we just part ways and never speak again? I didn't know what to say, so I looked at my now ex-girlfriend. I patted her on the thigh, I said, good team effort, and then I rolled over and fell asleep.